Hi friends, this is the continuation for previous video. In the previous video I have explained machines DFCCL previous questions, and this is the continuation for this, and this will be useful for all kind of JEE level exams. See here. The primary of a dash should never be energized when secondary is open circuited. In case of which transformer the primary should not be energized when secondary is open circuited? Potential transformer, current transformer, auto transformer, power transformer. The correct answer is current transformer. You can see the reason. You can see here. Current transformer are always used with secondary winding connected with ammeter, relays or wattmeter. Okay. The secondary winding should always be connected with ammeter, relay or wattmeter. It should not be open circuited. That is why correct answer is current transformer. Therefore, the current transformer should not be energized when the secondary is open circuited. Okay. Second question. For a simplex waveform generator, EMF generated path is given by. For simplex waveform generator, the EMF generated path is given by. So pi is nothing but a flux per pole in Weber. Z is total number of armature conductors. P is number of generator poles. N is armature rotation in revolution per minute. Okay. The correct answer is pi z done by. See here. EMF generated, that is E formula. E equals to pi z n by 60 into P by A. Pi z n by 60 into P by A. This is the actual formula for EMF generated. In case of waveform is asking. In case of waveform what happens? The number of parallel paths becomes 2. Okay. Then what we will get? Pi z n P by 60 into, in case of number of parallel paths 2 we have to take. So 60 into 2 how much? It becomes 120. That is why 2 is the correct answer. Okay. 2 is the correct answer. So based on this they will give you the problems also, very important formula. E equals to pi z n by 16 to P by A. Okay. For lap winding the number of parallel paths will be different. Okay. So remember this formula, important. And see here in the previous video these two questions missed. We can discuss those two. And 11th and 12th questions. The magnetic flux path in transformer must have. The magnetic flux path in transformer must have low reluctance. We know this. The magnetic flux path in transformer must be low reluctance. Then only flux will pass through it. Okay. The leakage flux in transformer. The leakage flux in transformer is minimized by interleaving the primary and secondary winding. Leakage flux in a transformer is minimized by interleaving primary and secondary winding. This is the correct answer. Okay. Next one. Three-phase wound rotor motor, commonly called as three-phase wound rotor motor. Three-phase wound rotor motor is nothing but a three-phase induction motor. Three-phase induction motor with high starting torque. Three-phase induction motor with high starting torque. Okay. Three-phase induction motor with high starting torque. Okay. The wound rotor motor is also called as slip ring induction motor. Three-phase wound rotor motor is also called as slip ring induction motor. That is three-phase induction motor with high starting torque, and it requires very low current. It requires low current. Okay. It requires low current and high inertia. Three-phase induction motor with high starting torque, high inertia and low current. Very important. Okay. Running of machine at no load is. Running the machine at no load is not recommended for DC series motor. Okay. DC series motor, when load is disconnected. For DC series motor, when load is disconnected, its speed will be dangerously high. Okay. The speed of the DC series motor will be dangerously high. That is why it's not recommended to no load. It's not recommended at the low load. Dash is a type of single phase motor which has the lowest speed. Dash is a type of single phase motor which has a lowest speed. The correct answer is shaded pole. Shaded pole is a type of single phase motor which has a lowest speed. And other applications you can see here. And shaded pole motor used for low starting torque applications. It is used for low starting torque applications. Important. It is used for low starting torque applications. And moreover, and the efficiency of the shaded pole motor is 5 to 35%. Okay, these questions asked in many competitive exams. Shaded pole motor efficiency is 5 to 35%. The other applications of shaded pole motor is, and it is used in calculators. It is used in calculators. Okay, and toys. In toys also we use the shaded pole motor. And hair dryers. Hair dryers. Okay. The application of shaded pole motor is calculators, toys, hair dryers. and shaded pole motor used for low starting applications, low starting torque applications. Okay, low starting torque applications, the efficiency is 5 to 35%. All these points are very important regarding shaded pole motor. Okay, and one more thing, in shaded pole single phase motor, what happens, the revolving field is produced by shading poles. Okay, shading coils, sorry, revolving field is produced by shading coils. All these points are very important regarding shaded pole motor. Okay, many objective questions will be given on this regarding shaded pole application. See here, the application is calculators, toys and hair dryers. These are the applications. Okay, shaded pole motor is used for low starting torque applications. The efficiency is 5 to 35%, and the revolving field is produced in shaded pole motor is shading coils. Okay, just remember this, all these are important. A capacitor start motor has a high power factor. A capacitor start motor has a high power factor and it is used for high starting torque applications. A capacitor start motor used for high starting torque applications. High starting torque applications we use the capacitor start motor, and other applications of this is refrigerators. We use this in refrigerators and air conditioner compressors. Refrigerators and air conditioner compressors, important. The capacitor start motor applications are refrigerators and air conditioner compressors, and a capacitor start motor has a high power factor. The open circuit characteristics of DC generator is also called as no load saturation characteristics. So other names you can see here, the open circuit characteristics, other names are magnetic characteristics. It is also called as magnetic characteristics, and other name is no load saturation characteristics. No load saturation characteristics, other names is open circuit characteristics, magnetic characteristics, no load saturation characteristics. Okay, these are the other names for this. No load saturation characteristics are important here. The graph will be, see here, this will be for field current and no load EMF. This will be for no load generated EMF and field current. This is at the no load generated EMF and field current. Okay, for this graph will be there regarding DC generator. Next question, the direction of rotation of field is in a three-phase induction motor depends on the direction of rotation of the field in a three-phase induction motor depends on phase sequence of the supply. Phase sequence of the supply. If the phase sequence changes, then direction of the rotation of the field will usually change. So this is the correct answer. Okay, the direction of rotation of field in a three-phase induction motor depends on phase sequence of the supply. Important. And so these are the 10 questions I have discussed, and previous 10 questions I have explained in the previous video. And this question just answer in comments if you know the answer. The function of dummy coils in DC machine is, the function of dummy coil in DC machine. Try to answer in comments. Try to answer in comments. Okay, try to answer in comments. So thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.